I have now the great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Tom McCarthy. Tom McCarthy is a writer and an artist. His many books include the non-fiction work Tintin and the Secret of Literature in 2006, as well as the novels Reminder in 2005, winner of the Believer Book Award and currently being adapted for cinema by Film 4, as well as his most recent book, Man in Space, in 2007. In 1999, and that's very relevant here for the manifesto question, but actually Tom McCarthy founded the International Necronautical Society, INS. It's part parody and part reprise of early 20th century avant-gardes. And Tom will read here an actually INS declaration concerning the relationships between art and democracy. More recently, Tom has made an installation in Stockholm's Moderna Museet, as well as a public declaration on inauthenticity. We're very thankful to Tom because not only is he presenting here a manifesto, but he has also been very involved in the whole process of the Manifesto Marathon as an important advisor. A very warm welcome to Tom McCarthy.
Thank you. This declaration was originally written in response to a commission from Peer for a book about art and democracy. The publication was abandoned in view of recent events, as they put it. This was in 2003, but recent events rumble on, so here is the declaration. International Necronautical Society, official document, title, Declaration Concerning the Relationship Between Art and Democracy. Type, INS Declaration. Authorized, First Committee, INS. Authorization Code, TMCC 010703. Document follows. 1.1. It is held by this organization to be axiomatic that good art despises democracy to the same measure as bad democracy covets art. 1.2. Bad democracy's administrators covet art inasmuch as they demand of it that it package and promote their core propaganda motifs: inclusiveness, accessibility, good citizenship, public dialogue, creative entrepreneurship, etc., etc. 1.3. Art is about none of these things. Its origins lie in transgression, death, and sacrifice. 1.4. Good art despises good democracy as much as bad democracy. Art which sets itself the task of promoting democratic principles, branding itself as oppositional to globalization, worker oppression, and so on, is invariably banal. It is also more insidiously reactionary than the most excessive proclamation of Marinetti. Good art cannot be a space in which individual rights to freedom, self-expression, etc. are asserted, for the reason that in good art, the very subject who might enjoy such privileges is abjected and annihilated. Good art cannot assume a position, as it is predicated on the destruction of every position, every point of origin. 2.1. Leon Golub's paintings are not protest art. They are Homeric. 2.2. It is noted with approval that Spartans forced captured Athenians to learn Euripides' work by heart. If they made mistakes reciting it, they were executed. 3.1. It is held that the generative processes involved in a work of art's production are inherently undemocratic, requiring peremptory decisions, hierarchization, and suppression. In short, the ruthless management and exploitation of symbolic information. 3.2. It is held that the lines of succession along which influence in art proceed are fraught, Oedipal, and not egalitarian, and that the character of apprenticeship is a master-slave one. 4.1, see Image 1, inauguration of First Flight Officer to INS First Committee, photograph released 20th of April, 2002. 4.2, see Image 2, the same photograph, re-released 2nd of May, 2003. 5, it is noted with interest that most good writers were either extremely rich, Tolstoy, Proust, or in prison, Genet, Solzhenitsyn. Sard was both. 6.1, that fascism and art go well together is attested by Futurism and the writing of Yeats, Pound, Spengler, Hampson, Junger, etc., etc., etc. If fascism is taken to be, quote, the aestheticization of political life, unquote, then it is hard to think of a good artist who could not be called a fascist. 6.2, left totalitarian systems serve art in more roundabout but equally constructive ways. Censorship and interdiction should be welcomed by good artists as enabling. In this light, it is proposed that Stalin's policy of arresting and eradicating artists and writers was inspired, as it placed them in the zone of silence and impossibility from which all good art stems. Good artists should be quiet, invisible, or dead. 7, do we contradict ourselves? Well then, we contradict ourselves. We are large. We contain multitudes. Document ends. Thank you.